Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hope you had a good weekend and happy Monday and welcome to this week's morning tip. So this week's topic is what does it mean to live a good life? What does it mean to live a good life? And we can obviously answer the question very logically and kind of go through the logical thing of having a good time, having a good work-life balance. So those are all things that would be the fair definitions of living a good life. So we just spent this last weekend with some really close friends, had a fantastic time, went to a beer festival, hung out, laughed so hard, our stomach hurt. So you might say, well, that's living a good life. Well, I would agree. That's living a good life with the social part of your life. And that's part of the work-life balance. So I think my definition can be very specific, and I want you to think about it this way, if you don't mind, which is hopefully will be unique other than the individuals that I may be specifically talking about when I define for you what does living the good life mean. So I believe that living the good life is not sweating the small shit, not sweating the small shit. So you might say, well, I always make the small shit big shit. Well, most people do. Something happens that's small in your life. You choose to make a mountain out of a molehill. You choose to make it a vendetta because of something happening that is small. You kind of get that dog with a bone and you won't let go because you have chosen to make small shit big shit. So how do you decide what is small shit and what is big shit? So first of all, in the next 1 year, is that incident that happened that you've now made big shit going to affect you? So in 1 year, is that incident going to affect you somehow? In 2 years, in 3 years, in 5 years, are you going to completely forget about whatever that was that you've turned into something more than it needed to be turned into? And if the answer is yes, then you need to keep it back over in the small shit category and don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. So if you living a good life and you're choosing to make things or brush them off, your quality of life will get better. So what is another definition of what I would call big shit that is actually big shit? And that is if you become the photo on the front page of the paper, if you become, for not a good reason, if you become the leading story on the news, that's probably a big deal. If, again, for not a good reason that you're the leading story, that's what I would determine to be big shit. And should you sweat the big shit? Yes, you should. Absolutely. So there's this week's tip. Don't sweat it. When you choose to do that, I will tell you that your quality of life will get better. If it's not going to affect you in the next year from now, so 1 year from now on August, whatever today is, the 23rd of 2022, if it's not going to affect you, then don't worry about it. And because you've not worried about it, you're going to live that much better quality. And if you're already doing that today, my hat's off to you. And for those individuals that I know that are very, very close to me that have been the leading story on the news or have been the front page of the paper, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But then you choose to how you manage that. So with that, take it with a grain of salt, or hopefully it helps you resonate with you, and helps you leave a good life moving forward. Have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next Monday from a new location. Next Monday for sure. So have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.